Good morning. I'm Anna Diane Murray, rector here at St James Episcopal Church in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. I would like to welcome you all here this morning on Easter Sunday. I'd also like to offer a bit of an explanation of some of what you see in front of you. While we were still gathering together in person, one of our parishioners, Mary Green, asked us all to trace our hand onto a piece of paper. We had no idea what Mary was going to do with this, but God did. So Mary incorporated all of our handprints into the altar cloth that you see today, and also into the stole that I am wearing today. So even though we are separated by distance, we are together in spirit. And now I ask, please join me as we begin our Easter service. Let us confess our sins against God and our neighbor. Most merciful God, we confess that we have sinned against you in thought, word, and deed, by what we have done and by what we have left undone. We have not loved you with our whole heart. We have not loved our neighbors as ourselves. We are truly sorry, and we humbly repent.
For the sake of your Son, Jesus Christ, have mercy on us and forgive us, that we may delight in your will
and walk in your ways, to the glory of your name.
Amen.
May Almighty God have mercy on you, forgive you all your sins through our Lord Jesus Christ, strengthen you in all goodness, and by the power of the Holy Spirit, keep you in eternal life.
Amen.
Lord, open our lips,
and our mouth shall proclaim your praise.
Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen. Alleluia, Christ is risen indeed.
Come, let us adore him. Alleluia.
Alleluia, Christ our Passover has been sacrificed for us. Therefore let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, the leaven of malice and evil, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Alleluia. Christ being raised from the dead will never die again. Death no longer has dominion over him. The death that he died to sin once for all. But the life he lives to God. So also considers himself dead to sin and alive to God in Jesus Christ our Lord. Alleluia. Christ has been raised from the dead, the first fruits of those who have fallen asleep. For since by a man came death, by a man has come also the resurrection of the dead. For as in Adam all die, so in Christ shall all be made alive. Alleluia. Alleluia. Christ is risen indeed.
Come, let us adore him. Alleluia.
Please join me as we say together Psalm 114. Alleluia. When Israel came out of Egypt, the house of Jacob from a people of strange speech, Judah became God's sanctuary, and Israel his dominion. The sea beheld and fled. Jordan turned and went back. The mountains skipped like rams, and the little hills like young sheep. What ailed you, O sea, that you fled? O Jordan, that you turned back? You mountains that you skip like rams, you little hills like young sheep. Tremble, O earth, at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the God of Jacob, who turned a hard rock into a pool of water, and flintstone into a flowing spring. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen.
The first lesson is a reading from the letter to the Romans. Do you not know that all of us who have been baptized into Christ Jesus were baptized into his death? Therefore, we have been buried with him by baptism into death, so that just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, so we too might walk in newness of life. For if we have been united with him in a death like his, we will certainly be united with him in a resurrection like his. We know that our old self was crucified with him, so that the body of sin might be destroyed, and we might no longer be enslaved to sin. For whoever has died is freed from sin. But if we have died with Christ, we believe that we also will live with him. We know that Christ, being raised from the dead, will never die again. Death no longer has dominion over him. The death he died to sin once for all, but the life he lives to God. So you must also consider yourselves dead to sin and alive to God in Christ Jesus. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. Splendor and honor and
kingly powers are yours by right, O Lord our God. For you created everything that is, and by your will they were created and have their being. And yours by right, O Lamb that was slain. For with your blood you have redeemed for God, from every family, language, people, and nation, a kingdom of priests to serve our God. And so to him who sits upon the throne, and to Christ the Lamb, be worship and praise, dominion and splendor, forever and forevermore.
Amen.
A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. After the Sabbath, as the first day of the week was dawning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended from heaven, came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. For fear of him, the guards shook and became like dead men. But the angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid. I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he has been raised as he said. Come see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has been raised from the dead, and indeed he is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him. This is my message for you." So they left the tomb quickly with fear and great joy, and ran to tell his disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them and said, "Greetings." And they came to him, took hold of his feet, and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me." The word of the Lord. This morning, for my sermon, I would like to read you a story and then teach you a prayer. So just pardon me for a moment while I get set up here. As I was thinking about this Easter, and especially this Easter, we just heard in the gospel, the women come to the tomb and the tomb is empty. And our churches are empty. But just as Jesus said in the gospel, Jesus lives. So Jesus lives in every one of us. So wherever we find ourselves, there is Jesus. So we are not empty. And I was also thinking about this Easter morning. As I drove up to Manitowoc, it was greatly foggy, and it was hard to see. And we're kind of in a time in our world right now where things are foggy and it's hard to see. And a lot of different emotions are percolating up. And I thought, you know, there are people who are having a sunrise service, and in the fog, it isn't so much an S-U-N service as it is an S-O-N service. And people would ordinarily here in Wisconsin be out in colors, and we expect sunshine and brightness in the beginning of flowers. So lots of emotions. And so I would like to read to you the book, The Color Monster. It's written by Anna Janus, and it's a book of feelings told in color. So I will read it, and I will also show you the pictures. This is my friend, the color monster. Today he's feeling all mixed up, but he doesn't understand why. Look at you, monster. You are a mess. Color monster's emotions are all over his body. You've jumbled up all your emotions and all of your colors, too. I'm sure in the last few weeks, we've all felt kind of this way. Our colors are all jumbled up. I know you can separate your feelings and put each one in its own jar. If you'd like, I can help you. Yellow. This is happiness. It shines yellow like the sun and twinkles like the stars. When you're happy, you laugh and jump and dance and play. You want to share that feeling with everyone. Yellow is happiness. This is sadness. It's gentle and blue, like a rainy day. When you're sad, you might want to cry or be alone. This is sadness. Sadness is blue. This is an emotion that we've all felt, I'm sure. This is anger. Anger blazes bright red. When you're angry, you want to stomp and roar and shout. It's not fair. Anger is red. This is fear. It hides in the black shadows. When you're afraid, you feel tiny and hopeless. Fear makes it hard to be brave. Fear is black, and I know we've all felt some fear here recently. This is calm. It's as light as a green leaf, floating in the wind. When you're calm, you breathe slowly and deeply, and you feel at peace. Calm is green. All your feelings are in their place now. See? They are easier to understand when they're not all mixed together. So sadness is blue. Anger is red. Fear is black. Calm is green. And happiness is yellow. All separate, all contained in their own jar. But wait, there's one more color and one more emotion that we haven't talked about yet. There's one feeling that's left over. What could it be? This is love, and love is pink. And love is what Easter is all about. Jesus died for us and rose again because of great love for all God's people. Jesus is pink on Easter. So that's the story that I wanted to read you. And now, as I said, I have a prayer. A number of years ago, I was getting ready to go to kinder camp. In the Diocese of Fond du Lac, we have a summer camp for all ages, 4 years old through senior high. And kinder camp is for 4 to 7-year-olds, and they just come for a couple days and they bring a grown-up with them. And I was getting ready, my car was packed, and I had a 2-hour drive to camp, and I got a call from the camp director who said he'd gotten sick the week before while at one of the other camps. And he just couldn't do it. But he knew I knew kinder camp. And he said, could you please fill in? And I said, well, what's the theme? Do you have an idea? And he said, I was going to do something with jelly beans. Now, kinder camp was coming at the end of June. Do you know how hard it is to find jelly beans at the end of June? Fortunately, I had a 2-hour drive and many stores along the way, and sure enough, I found one that had jelly beans. And so, I bought jelly beans. And when you're out and about, having to buy something essential at the grocery store, you might want to look for jelly beans. They didn't sell as many this year as they would have, and so they're greatly discounted. And you can do this prayer at home with your own jelly beans. So it's called the Jelly Bean Devotion. So red is for the blood he gave. Green is for the grass he made. Yellow is for the sun so bright orange is for the edge of night. Black, oh, I'm sure you know what this is. Black is for the sins we made. And white is for the grace he gave. Purple is for the hour of sorrow. And remember pink from the storybook? Pink is for our new tomorrow. Easter is a new life. It's a burst of color. Jesus is alive, and Jesus lives in me and in every one of you. Happy Easter. Let us join in the words of the Apostles' Creed. I believe in God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Jesus Christ, God's only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended to the dead. On the third day, Christ rose again. He ascended into heaven, and is seated at the right hand of the Father, and he will come again to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting. Amen. The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Let us pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Help us, O God, our Savior.
Deliver us and forgive our sins.
Look upon your congregation.
Give to your people the blessing of peace.
Declare your glory among the nations.
And your wonders among all peoples.
Do not let the oppressed be shamed and turned away.
Never forget the lives of your poor.
Continue your loving kindness to those who know you.
And your favor to those who are true of heart.
Satisfy us by your loving kindness in the morning.
So shall we rejoice and be glad all the days of our life.
O God, you make us glad with the weekly remembrance of the glorious resurrection of your Son, our Lord. Give us this day such blessing through our worship of you, that the week to come may be spent in your favor, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
O God, you have made of one blood all the peoples of the earth, and sent your blessed Son to preach peace to those who are far off and to those who are near. Grant that people everywhere may seek after you and find you. Bring the nations into your fold. Pour out your Spirit upon all flesh, and hasten the coming of your kingdom. Through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Amen. Living Christ, you are risen from the dead. Love reigns. You are life, stronger than death. Raise our eyes to see you as the new day dawns. We pray for the entire body of Christ. We offer our joy that we celebrate your glorious resurrection with our brothers and sisters around the world. Envelop your people with a sense of your risen presence, today and always. For the household of faith, the Church of the risen Christ, we pray.
Be with us and bless us, O God.
We pray for our nation, O God of hope. Teach us the difference between reaching down and reaching out. Guide the many of privilege who determine the destinies of others. Lead us not only to share our wealth, but to enter with hope into the poverty of those who do not share our good fortune. For our nation and for our common good we pray.
Be with us and guide us, O God.
We pray for the whole world. God of creation, you have given us a world of glorious diversity. Give us the eyes to see the beauty of your cosmic patchwork. Give us open hearts and the confidence to invite all into the bond of your love, that in unity with you we may bring your peace and goodness and vision to all people. For the welfare of our world, we pray.
Be with us and unite us, O God.
We pray for this community, O God, who came to earth as one of us. Help us see you in each member of this community. Bless the many gifts of our members and keep before us the image of the servant Jesus, that joined with him we may be ready to kneel with basin and towel before each other, and before those you continue to bring into our midst. For our community we pray.
Be with us and help us, O God.
We pray for all who suffer. God of compassion, open our hearts to bind and heal in your name. Bless all of those who ask our prayers and give us courage to learn the names of others. Be present through us to those who need your comfort. We remember those on our prayer list and others we name now silently or aloud. For all who suffer and struggle, we pray.
Be with us and heal us, O God.
We pray for all who have died. God who has loved us from before birth, and God who loves us beyond the grave. We remember those who have died in the glorious hope of the resurrection. And we remember those who mourn, that they may be assured with that same hope. We remember those on our prayer list and others we name now silently or aloud. For all who have entered new life in Christ's resurrection, we pray.
Be with us and praise us, O God.
Receive our praise and thanks for all your blessings, and for those other prayers we lift up. We remember those on our prayer list and others we name now, silently or aloud. For confidence to offer all of our needs and concerns up to God, for growing gratitude in all we receive, we pray.
Be with us and renew us, O God.
Glorious Lord of life, we praise you that by the wondrous resurrection of your Son, you have delivered us from sin and death and made your whole creation new. Grant that we who celebrate with joy Christ rising from the dead may be raised from the death of sin to the life of righteousness, through him who lives and reigns with you in the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever.
This morning I would like to read from our prayer list and also to remind you, if you have any need of prayer or you know of someone who does, please contact me and we will add them to our prayer list. The prayer list is prayed over by people in our congregation and others, and it's also offered up at our 2 weekday services on Wednesday and Friday. So for healing and comfort and strength, we pray for Karen and Bob, Bonnie, Andrew, Emily, Brendan, Stephen, Mary Beth, Virginia, Tom, Mary, Silas, Carol, Elizabeth, Vanessa, Terry, Debbie, Bonnie, Don and Beth, Faith, Scott, Susie, Marty and Nancy, Peggy, Joe, Mike, Chip, Jim, Bill, Stephen, Billy, Charity, Len and Margaret, Hugh, Jerry, Candace, Ray, Mike and Laura, Robin, Madeline, Audrey, Joan, Jane, Molly, Clarence and Lisa, Lori, Sharon, Chris, and Amy. And I would like you all to know Amy is a hospice nurse in Denver who has tested positive for COVID-19. She is also the daughter of Liz and Hugh Foster. For guidance and discernment, we pray for Tim, Guy and Mary, Kurt, Ronald, Allison, Scott, Margaret, Frankie, Brian and Lisa, Tom, Jonathan, Ginny and Karen, Ann and Tom, and Kim. We pray for those serving in the military, for Jordan, Kyle, Zach, Daniel, Ian, Logan, and Keaton. Additional prayers we offer include for peace in our world, for the people of the Ukraine, Israel, Gaza, Sudan, and missionary families. In the diocesan cycle of prayer, we pray for the people around the world who are celebrating Easter Sunday. In the Anglican cycle of prayer, we pray for the peace of Jerusalem and for the people of the land of the Holy One. For people living with mental illness, for Painting Pathways Clubhouse, for Hope House families, for the men of the Haven. We pray for those working in government in our cities, state, country, and the world. We pray for our neighborhood, for Teddy serving as a missionary in rural Russia, for the people around the world affected by the coronavirus pandemic. We offer thanks for Diana, our rector, Tammy and Chris, our wardens, our vestry, and other ministry leaders, for staff and every person in this congregation. We pray for Bishop Matthew Gunter and his wife Leslie and their family, for presiding Bishop Michael Curry and his wife Sharon, for the Archbishop of Canterbury Justin Welby, for our companion diocese of Mashingo in Zimbabwe and their bishop, the Right Reverend Godfrey and his wife Albertina. And we also pray for the departed, for Tom, Audrey and Clayton, Pat, Myrna, Cindy, Joe, and Paul. And now let us pray. Almighty God, Father of all mercies, we are unworthy servants, give you humble thanks for all your goodness and loving kindness to us and to all you have made. We bless you for our creation, preservation, and all the blessings of this life, but above all for your immeasurable love and the redemption of the world by our Lord Jesus Christ, for the means of grace and for the hope of glory. And we pray that with such an awareness of your mercies, that with truly thankful hearts we may show forth your praise, not only with our lips, but in our lives, by giving up ourselves to your service, and by walking before you in holiness and righteousness all our days. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, to whom with you and the Holy Spirit be honor and glory throughout all ages. Amen.
Praise
can do infinitely more than we can ask or imagine. Glory to God from generation to generation in the church and in Christ Jesus forever and ever.
Amen.